Welcome to Basics for Success. This is Dr. Daniel Daves. It is June 11th, 2009. We're in the heat of battle right now in the markets. And I wanted to show you on a 10-minute, this is 34 tick, basically a 10-minute chart. And also I've got a 55 that I'll show you in a moment. I'm going to show you the battle or the clash of the titans, what has been taking place. As you may know, remember 2008, the market dropped like a rock, hit some serious bottoms, and has been in a V-bottom bounce ever since then. Let's talk about this V-bottom bounce that's been taking place in 2009. A lot of people think that, wow, this is crazy. Why are so many people buying into this? Well, some are buying in, but really, I believe a lot of this is the short covering. In other words, the shorts that pushed this market down last year are being forced, as this thing keeps marching higher, they're being forced to buy, to exit. And whenever they place a buy order, it forces the market up. And when a bunch of them place buy orders, it just keeps going up, 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 up. And that's what seems to be happening. It's a very powerful thing. And so really buyers, the buyers who really own and run this market, in my opinion, that I call them the wizard, someone back there pulling the handles behind the curtain. This wizard is, it doesn't have to exercise a lot of strength just to get the sellers to exit. And so basically the market's been moving up, up, up. And we came across this area right here where the sellers started pushing. They pushed down. We have classic cup and handle play type of action here. Back down, the buyers hold again. They come rushing back up, and here was a bunch of seller buying to cover. The sellers buying to cover right here. Look at this. Bam, way up. And then all of a sudden now we're fighting over a new territory up here. So the buyers won this territory in a warfare mode. They are now fighting over this territory with goals of going up. Who's on the defense? The sellers are on the defense. So while you and I may be thinking, hey, the sellers are, I believe we're going to go back down, don't be so quick, because right now the buyers are in charge. If you were tracking the giants are saying buy, and they're saying up, up, up. So they're using every down opportunity to buy it back up, every wholesale opportunity to buy it back up. That's what they're doing, and that's what they've been doing now for months. Cup and handling every move and running higher. Will it stop? Yes, someday it will stop, but it's not done yet. Okay, so it's important to see the cup and handle territory and understand in the element of war, because trading is war. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a buyer and a seller duking it out for profit. One is going to win, one is going to lose. Right now, the sellers are losing the war. Now, as you can see, the market moves in support and resistance, and what used to be bing, bing, bing resistance is now ding, ding, ding support. Very, very interesting. Now, right up here, we've got resistance. What happens if they bust through today or in the coming days? What happens? Then this area will very likely become support as the buyers use the former resistance as a floor to build their next offensive on. Let's take a quick look at the, let's see, 55. Can we do it? Let me pull up my chart here just a little. 55-minute kind of shows it a little bit better. By the way, let's back it way up here. This is the V bottom that we've been talking about. Buyers have taken every small wholesale opportunity to continue taking new highs, every wholesale. There's a nice big leg pulling back. Look at this. Here's your cup and handle type of action. As you can see, the cup, and this was a very deep handle or a double bottom. And suddenly, bang, up over the top. And here's your little, this is kind of handle movement here. How do you measure a cup and handle technically? Well, from what I've learned, we basically take a cup and we take the deep bottom all the way to the top, and then we double it. Okay, so we've got a doubling here, which takes us all the way up. I think about 980, 990 is what we're looking at on the S&P for the cup and handle to fulfill itself. And that's why these handle boys here are trying to mount an effort to get a run and take off to the moon again. Now, as you can see, the big yellow line up here is at 1,010. That is our technical play, that from clear back here, we believed that this thing would hit 1,010. And we've been calling that now ever since March. And while I don't believe it myself, my technical charts say 1,010. That's the next rhythm play. And but something deep inside of every trader, and something deep inside of me says, I think we should be going down. I think we should be going down. And I'm probably right. I'm just wrong in my timing. That's typically what's wrong. If you've ever traded markets before or tracked them and watched them, it would be going up and you'd say down. And if you took a paper trade or a real trade, it just kept on going up and it stopped you out and you lost money and then it went down after you were out. So that's typically what happens in markets. We're typically right. We're just wrong in our timing. That's why rhythm is important. Right now, who is on the defensive? Well, clearly, the sellers are losing ground. And so the buyers are on the offensive, the sellers are on the defense, and they're on the run. And so for me to be a seller right now would be a counter trend play. Once this reverses, and it will, once it reverses, then for me to be a buyer would be a counter trend play when this thing just keeps nudging and edging and pushing down, down, down. For me to try to capture one of these and try to buy it back up would be a counter trend play. Would be very, very dangerous. You better be very good at market trading if you're going to make money as a counter trender. And so the trend is your friend, and the trend is up on the smaller scales, 55-minute, 10-minute, even the daily is saying up, up, up right now. So hope that's helped you in understanding rhythm. Remember, market trading is war, nothing more, nothing less. And in the war right now, the buyers are on the move. And these buyers over the last 8 days, going now today on 9 days, have been pushing, 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 and pushing. Who's on the defense? The buyers clearly are beating down the doors of the castle. If they get through the castle, they want this territory, and actually they're looking for this territory and probably beyond. They would like to just keep going up forever, just keep taking territory. That's their goal. But if they get into this castle territory, we could see more sellers covering. If you had been a seller last year way up high and you had a nice drive down, you'd be thinking the market's going to come up and roll over and head down lower, so you'd probably want to stay into your trades. But what happens if this market just goes up and keeps going up and keeps going up and keeps going up? All of a sudden your profits are diminishing the higher it goes. So if you had entered sell to enter, you're going to have to buy to exit, but your buy is going to thrust the market higher, especially if it's big buy money. And so imagine right here over these days, there were sellers standing up here saying, if it gets through this line, just get me out. And that's what happened when this market took off. I think they may have known right in here, and the sellers started buying to exit. And that when they did, they thrusted this market way up, and then look, it ran out of steam. Why did it run out of steam? Well, we ran out of sellers who were buying to exit. Once this whole pocket of enemy sellers was gone, then we sat around here, and now we're ranging. And now we've got to find some buyers to buy it up. But look, we have very potentially another set of sellers sitting right in here. And if those sellers, if the buyers just make a little bit of effort and push up into here, it could set off the explosive buy to exit orders that could be very violent, very, very powerful, and knock us way up here to a new level. So that's kind of what a lot of buyers like to do, exercise a little bit of effort, push up, and then all of a sudden they start hitting the landmines of sellers and their stops. And the seller landmines keep blowing those poor sellers all the way up as they hit one landmine after the other. And before they know it, they're sitting all the way up here, and the buyers are enjoying new territory. I hope this has been a help to you today here at Basics for Success. Go out and visit our site, basicsforsuccess.com, and God bless you today in your trading education.